and
Cassandra Fuller.
welcoming you to Six in the City, another full show.
We do.
You got any chicanery you've been into this week that we need to talk about?
No, sir.
Well, I have been. We're not talking about it.
Chicanery, that's a new word.
Okay.
Showing your age there.
Oh, is that right?
Who uses chicanery?
You say that's old English?
We're going to poll
ask our guests
studio audience and
chicanery.
see who uses chicanery.
Dustin Summers is going to be with us. He's too young. He won't know. He's vice chair of the Jackson Symphony. He's on the way to becoming chair of the Jackson Symphony. Final concert of the season coming up this Saturday night. We'll find out about that.
And a chamber concert.
Tasha Hart is going to be with us, and she has another book coming out. She's planned like a series of 12, guaranteed writing style.
It's trilogy. That's not 12.
Oh, it's trilogy. Okay.
Yes, trilogy.
I thought it was part 1 of 12,
No,
or part 2 of 12. We'll
Lindsay Dawkins is here. She's with RIFA because it is time to stamp out hunger again.
Okay.
With the National Postal Carriers.
That's right.
And then also we have Juanita Jones and Daryl Hubbard with Keep My Hood Good.
Keep My Hood Good, special poetry release we got coming out this week.
Exactly.
Danny Cross is going to be with us. Steve Troxel, they jogged their way here.
Those are two of my favorite people.
I'm telling them I'm still the Jackson Roadrunners. I'm still thinking about
They may convince you.
I'm thinking about joining.
I don't know.
See if they'll come up with a special category.
Yeah, there's no walking.
And Courtney Moore is going to be with us, right? We're going to find out about the first annual Eat on the Street Food Truck Fair. Now, that's my kind of event.
That's
It's about time somebody did that. And who have we got with us?
We have today, they haven't been here in a while, it's Mandy, Vixen, and Gas Station Chicken
that's right.
entertaining us today.
That's coming up all on this edition of Six in the City.
Hi, I'm Kedrick Perkins, PGA General Manager at Jackson Country Club. Jackson Country Club's amenities are true Southern hospitality. Championship golf course, fine dining, 6 tennis courts, junior Olympic pool and fitness. We pride ourselves in giving our members the best. Choosing JEA was a logical choice so that we could tie in our phone, internet, and cable solutions so that we can advance our next segment of technology.
I started drinking more to deal with stress. Without my realizing it, alcohol took over my life. At Alcoholics Anonymous, I've found help from people who know what I've been through. Now, I have hope. Alcoholics Anonymous. Look for us in the phone book or on the web at aa.org.
We can help. Call 877-426-8330. Call now. There is hope for you.
Own a lawn mowing service? Propane works for you. Propane can go where you go. Tanks easily changed, no spillage, quick transition, clean burn, increased energy efficiency. Propane, the affordable, clean alternative fuel wherever you mow. Find out more about JA's ProGas. Call 422-7500. Propane, the alternative fuel that makes sense. Part of JEA today.
Welcome back to Six in the City, and Dustin Summers is with us. Come July 1st, he's going to become chair of the board of the Jackson Symphony. This is his last month and a half of freedom. he's here to celebrate this.
You're making it sound so
well, it's a tough job. Only tougher job I know in the city is running a country club.
Exactly. Thank y'all for having me.
Yeah, it's good to have you here. We have the final concert of the season coming up with the Jackson Symphony this Saturday night, the 12th. It's going to be at 7:30 at First Baptist Church. So tell us about this program.
So this is, like Steve said, this is the final program of tonight of the symphony season. Gets all underway at 7:30 on Saturday night. This will be one of the classical music concerts, and what that means is most people already think that the symphony does all classical music all the time, which is somewhat true. There's a lot of pops and fun, more contemporary stuff that they do throughout the year, but this is the final one that will be more classical in nature and be taking place at the First Baptist Church at 7:30 on Saturday.
So if you don't know anything about the music, 6:45, there's an introductory.
Correct. There's a 6:45 pre-concert talk where the conductor and some of the musicians will give a little bit of an overview and history of the music. So if you're not familiar with it, it might be a good opportunity to come out and learn a little bit more before the concert gets underway.
Yeah. We need to get tickets?
Yes, you can get tickets in a multitude of ways. You can show up at the night of the concert, but before that, you can go to thejacksonsymphony.org and order online, or you can call the symphony offices at 731-427-6440.
Oh, okay, 6440. Thejacksonsymphony.org. The symphony works to balance its shows each year between What and what?
Between things that I like to say, things that you might hear in the movies, things that you might hear on Looney Tunes every now and then, some of the more popular classical music, and things that have a little bit more of a unique artistic flair to it that maybe the general public, like myself, don't recognize as well.
Right.
Either way, the quality of the musicianship and the quality of the leadership under our conductor, Peter Shannon, is great, and regardless of the forum or the program. So for an event at the Jackson Civic Center, you're going to hear the fun things you probably remember from childhood and from movies and TV, but in the more intimate setting of the First Baptist Church, you're still going to be up close and personal with the musicians. You'll be able to see a lot more about what's going on behind the scenes, and I think it's a great opportunity to showcase the talent of the people involved with the symphony in both venues.
And with the venue being a smaller, more intimate venue, the music
It
kind
is.
of changes a little.
It changes.
The sound of
It
the
changes a
music.
lot, and it's a great like I said, for someone like myself who doesn't know a concerto from a aura or
We used
everything else.
to remember from cartoons.
Exactly. That's what I think people are always surprised that they recognize something from Daffy Duck or Bugs Bunny.
To us, Middleton was the last place horse in the Kentucky Derby. That's all. If there's any composer by that name, that escapes us, right? That's where we're. But these concerts and people that are not oriented or feel they're not oriented to symphonic music, I think once you hear this orchestra, the extraordinary musicianship of these people,
Right.
and it is a powerful, moving thing.
It is, and one thing that I've always said about for folks who may be very accustomed to this world or not, I had a college professor who used to always say there's great value in watching people do something they do well. And so even if you're not, in this world every day, day in and day out, it's a great opportunity, through the 7 or 8 concerts we have a year to see a group of people do things that they do very well and to be able to appreciate that.
And with this being the close of the 57th season, this city sure is lucky to have.
It is very lucky. Very lucky to have that, and I'm like Steve said, looking forward to season 58 and 59. Well, I will be president of the board, yes, ma'am, and we'll see how that goes.
It'll go well.
The Starlight Symphony has moved to September the 29th, I think. Is it?
I believe so. Don't quote me. We have plenty of time to make that correction if I say it
It's
wrong.
moved
But
to September this year, so it should be.
It'll be a lot cooler than it is in here.
One thing about all this, and we talk about this, these composers, it's kind of like Shakespeare. The works of Shakespeare were performed in theaters for regular people. I mean, it was not considered high art, and these composers, Beethoven and all these other people, Mozart, composed this stuff for people to hear. It wasn't like only royalty is going to hear this music or whatever. I mean, that it was composed for, it was the pop music of its day in some ways. It was the way they communicated.
That's right. And, what I would say about this particular concert and this season, it's for the royalty of Jackson and it's for the non-royalty of Jackson. So we appreciate anybody willing to come out and join us for the
A
evening.
little bit for anybody
right.
and everybody.
That's this coming Saturday evening. It'll be at 7:30, the First Baptist Church on North Highland, 6:45 for the pre-concert introduction, and 427-6440 or thejacksonsymphony.org. We'll wrap up the season. It's very good to see you.
It is.
Good luck
Good
with
to have you.
this
Thank you.
position,
Good
too.
luck in you.
Congratulations. We'll have more. We've got an author that's going to be with us.
We do.
A trilogy.
And she's been with us.
Yeah, she's going to
Now,
do
what's
more.
a trilogy? It's not 12.
We'll
it's
find
what?
out as we continue Six in the City.
Stop and think about your health. Don't smoke. If you do, quit. Eat healthy. Make small changes in your diet that can impact your health. Be more active. Start in small ways and keep going. And know your numbers. Your blood pressure and your cholesterol are important to your health. Friends of Heart ask you be a friend of your own heart.
For the most reliable drinking water supply at the highest quality, reach for the tap. Our tap water is safe and continues to exceed all government requirements. For more information about our drinking water, visit www.jacksenergy.com/JEACCR.
Hamilton was adopted from a rescue in 2008. He's quite the pug about town. He gets invited to a lot of parties. He knows he's a pretty big deal. How could you not love him?
So as the owner of Master Medical Equipment here in Jackson, we value JEA's service and our partnership with them. One of the main reasons we relocated into this area was to use JEA's broadband internet service. We do a lot of teleconferencing, we do a lot of international calling. Inside sales business is based off of access to telephone, to internet, to all the services we need to operate. And we had to go with JEA because I felt it was the best fit for our business.
Tasha Hart is with us, and our little slug line says another book coming out.
It's the second installment.
Second installment. Billy King started doing those, history of Big Black Creek historical thing. Volume 1 on the first one. I said, so I assume there are going to be more. He said, yeah, 10. No. This is a trilogy.
Says trilogy.
Tasha Hart is with us. She has the second of a trilogy that's coming out, and this one is entitled
Secrets of the 12. It's Volume 2.
Okay, Volume 2, Secrets of the 12. We started out with, Puzzled to Purpose.
Yes.
Right?
That was the first book, and we've re-released it along with some artwork, which is why there are puzzle pieces.
Okay.
So that will be those will be featured during the book signing for Secrets of the 12.
Okay.
So if you never read Puzzle to Purpose, you can pick up the re-release and check out some of the artwork.
Okay, very good. Now, when are we releasing this?
Secrets of the 12, Volume 2, will be out this Saturday. We'll be at the main library on East Lafayette from 2 to 4:30.
2 to 4:30 at the library downtown.
Yes.
All right, so what's going to happen?
What's the book about?
This is the second one, and I'm excited because if you read the first one, we were still trying to figure out who these characters are, but we have figured it out. This copy actually has local Jacksonians that posed for the characters.
Is that right? Okay.
This was a mad dash to find people that fit
the description.
That fit the description. Okay. And what's interesting is one of the guys that posed, he cut his hair right before we did the photo shoot, so we had to run and get him a wig. It was hilarious. He was like, can I still do the character? Can we still do the shoot? We ran right by a wig shop on the way to the studio and threw it on him, and he just was like, I think I can pull this off.
Okay. So he got in character.
So it worked.
He did. He got into character.
So this story starts where?
This story starts in Chattanooga. It starts in Chattanooga on the college campus. You have 12 college students that find out they are descendants of the 12 disciples, 12 apostles, and they didn't know it. And Fear is actually the antagonist. He's an actual person, and he has assigned fears to each of the 12. So they are fighting their fears, literally.
So we pick them up, and then at what point in Secrets of the 12?
In Secrets of the 12, Volume 2, they are starting to discover what their abilities are. I wanted to distinguish the difference between gifts and magic. So they're starting to figure out what their gifts are. Fear is not liking this, so he gets a little rowdy. They do a little traveling. They actually have to leave the state of Tennessee to uncover some of these secrets that are coming out about their past, their identity, and all of these things are keeping them from their ultimate purpose, which is going to come down to an epic battle in
Number 3.
Number 3. Yes. Oh. Yes.
Are we working on
big throwdown in number 3.
Throwdown. Oh, that's a good title.
See? Throwdown in 3.
Throwdown in 3. Yeah.
I can see the title change right here.
Yeah.
Okay. So when is this going to become a movie?
I've been asked that. Everyone says it should be a movie. And both men and women alike that read it, they say the same thing. I can see this on TV, so if anybody wants to help with that project.
You are
just
open
call
to
your
discussion,
agent,
right?
Yes, if I can find the time.
The movie rights are for sale
Yeah,
if
movie
you want
rights are for
to
sale.
negotiate this. How did this start in your mind?
Ooh, that's a good question. I have an active figment of my imagination. It's just an active...
Well, for all 12 of the descendants to wind up at Chattanooga.
Yeah. Ask my husband, because I can be any of the 12 characters at any given time.
Any of the 12.
It's any of the 12 at any given time. I'm taking on their persona.
Okay.
But actually, it started with my grandfather, who's in Indiana. He's just a character all by himself, and he loved telling me Bible stories, and I wanted to bring that to life through his eyes. He's actually one of the characters, and what's really cool is at the end of chapter 1, I actually had him sketch out some key clues to the story. I mailed him a sketchbook. He hasn't drawn in years. And he's like, what do you want me to do with this? And I said, I'm putting you to work, old man.
Okay.
Keeping him busy. So he drew the pictures in the book and sketched those out as part of the story. And that just adds to the special uniqueness of what's going on.
Well, the second part of the trilogy is going to be released this coming Saturday, the 12th. 2 o'clock, 2 to 4:30.
2 to 4:30.
Downtown Library.
Will you be reading from any of this? Or?
We're actually going to answer questions from book 1.
Okay.
There are several people that have already read book 1. They're coming out to get the second volume.
All right.
So we're going to answer those questions. We'll dive into book 2 a little bit, but I don't want to give it away.
All right. Be at the library this coming Saturday. It's good to see you.
Good to have you, Josh.
Best.
Thanks for having
We're
me.
delighted to have these folks back with us. Mandy, Vixen, and Gas Station Chicken.
Shaking loose together, spotlights heading something that's been known to change the weather. We kill the fatty calf tonight, so stick around. Yeah, we're gonna hear electric music, solid walls of sound. Hey, Candy and Rodney, have you seen them yet? Oh, but they're so spaced out. Benny and the Jets. Oh, but the weird and the wonderful. Oh, Betty, she's really keen. She's got electric boots, a morning suit. You know I read it in a magazine. Betty and the Jets. To the faithless, maybe they're blind, but then it makes them ageless. We shall survive, let us take ourselves along. When we find our parents out in the streets to see who's right and who's wrong. Oh, Candy and Rodney, have you seen them yet? Oh, they're just so spaced out. Benny and the Jets. Oh, but the weird and the wonderful. Oh, Betty, she's really keen. She's got electric boots, a morning suit. You know I read it in a magazine. But Betty and the Jets. She's really keen. She's got electric boots, a morning suit. You know I read it in a magazine. Benny and the Jets. Oh, Betty.
This changes everything. TiVo is here. Search and control your cable channels and streaming video apps with one remote. Record 6 shows at once and build a library of favorites with one pass recording. Then watch on any TV in your home or browse and view on Wi-Fi devices with the free View It app. Call E+ Broadband to add TiVo and ask about our new packages.
Jackson is where I chose to attend college, and it has put me in touch with many interesting people. On Jackson 24/7, we placed an emphasis on higher education. Our community has 4 colleges and universities. That's unusual for a city our size. They mean a lot to the economy of our community, but none of that can happen without people dedicated to teaching and research for the next generation. Jackson has many great stories, and I enjoy telling them on Jackson 24/7.
Every day on TV6.
Own a lawn mowing service? Propane works for you. Propane can go where you go. Tanks easily changed, no spillage, quick transition, clean burn, increased energy efficiency. Propane, the affordable, clean alternative fuel wherever you mow. Find out more about JA's ProGas. Call 422-7500. Propane, the alternative fuel that makes sense. Part of JEA today.
Going back to our last segment, if you want to follow the trilogy, it's at Tasha Hart, HARTlife.com. TashaHartLife.com.
And I'm sure she's on Facebook as well.
Yeah, so just check that out. Lindsay Dawkins is with us. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me.
Lindsay's here. It's Rifa's
Rifa time,
food drive.
Regional Interfaith Association. Time to stamp out hunger, which we're going to do this coming Saturday with the letter carriers.
That is right.
So what are we doing?
We are partnering with the letter carriers, and this is the 26th year that this has been going on. And this is a national thing, and the goal is to bring in as much food as possible. And this has become the largest single-day food drive.
I saw that in the notes. That's pretty impressive.
You mean here or nationwide?
Nationwide. So the largest day, May 12th, will be the biggest food drive, one-day food drive across the nation.
Right. So what do we need to do?
So it's pretty easy.
Okay.
The letter carriers have made it super simple for us. Just get a bag, plastic bag, and put non-perishable food items.
Right.
So canned vegetables, canned meat, peanut butter, things like that. You know, no ice cream, unless you want to give it to your postal carrier. They might appreciate that.
They probably
but it might not make it back to Rifa.
Okay.
So think of the non-perishable items, and all you have to do is put it in your mailbox or beside your mailbox prior to the regularly scheduled time on Saturday, and your postal carrier will pick it up, and then it comes to Rifa to get sorted and distributed to those in need.
How did this get started?
You know, the post office 26 years ago, they piloted it in 1991, and they wanted to.
With a local.
They started with around 2 post offices, and they just wanted to try and see if it would work. It was a huge success, and so the next year they added more, and then within the next a few years they wanted all 50 states to have it, and they strategically did it in the month of May because that is the time that food donations start to slack off because more people donate in Thanksgiving and Christmas time. And people are on vacation in the summer, and so this is a huge help to food banks to be able to replenish that food.
Is it done on every route? I mean, everybody, or just like in Jackson here? Or I mean, if I used to live at Roger Springs. If I'm out at Roger Springs outside of Midland,
is it rural carriers?
The city and rural carriers here in Jackson do participate.
And they bring it in.
Yes.
Okay.
And last year the community was so generous, and over 22,000 pounds of food.
Wow.
So one day, over 22,000 pounds of food was.
People respond to this.
Yes.
That is wonderful because the statistics I read, I think that were included in the package, is 1 in 5 kids and 1 in 7 adults struggle with food insecurity.
That's right. And
that's here.
That's right here
Just
in Jackson.
That's not
right here.
Across the United States.
No. Okay. And that's, Rifa has lots of programs to combat about that, but you're right. It's right here in our neighborhood, and everybody can be a part of making a difference. Just doing a little bit goes a long way.
All right, so that's this coming Saturday. So put the food
Saturday
out
the 12th.
at the mailbox this coming Saturday with your letter here. Now, Rifa has done the snack backpack program.
Say it a couple of times fast.
Yeah, right. Anyway, you know where I'm headed. So what happens in the summer then with all these? I mean, because we're looking for ways to try to supplement or help, especially with children.
Yeah. With the snack backpack, the schools are our distribution site. Right. And so we
they
do.
screen the children and all this other stuff.
Correct.
They try to make every effort.
Yes. We do 1,200 a week during the school year.
Wow.
So lots of need there. So during the summer, it's funny you ask that because we've had lots of conversation with amongst our staff to try to figure out the best way to do something about that. So there are a few programs that have summer
programs.
So Boys and Girls Club, Keep My Hood Good, things like that. We're able to provide bags to them in the summer. But in the near future, we're looking at actually having a mobile school bus that goes around to different areas and serving a breakfast and lunch. So that will be coming 2019.
Okay.
That's great news. That is. And I guess we could go on to rifajackson.org and find out all of the food products that we can actually, because
That is
in our
correct.
bag this Saturday, we can also put stuff for the snack backpack
You're
program.
right. Yes, because a lot of those, they're non-perishable food items.
Okay,
and so we
that'll
would love to have those as well.
Okay, great. Lindsay, always appreciate your
It
work.
is. Thanks
We
so much
see
for
what's
being here.
happening
It's always
out
a pleasure.
Appreciate Rifle very much.
We
Good to
do,
see
we
you.
do.
We're thrilled to have these folks with us, and we're going to go back to the main stage. Once again, this is Mandy, Vixen, and Gas Station Chicken.
I go out walking after midnight, out in the starlight, just hoping you may be somewhere walking after midnight, searching for me. I walk for miles along the highway. Well, that's just my way of saying I love you. I'm always walking after midnight, searching for you. I stopped to see a weeping willow crying on his pillow. Maybe he's crying for me. And as the stars turn gloomy, night winds whisper to me, I'm lonesome as I can be. I go out walking after midnight, out in the starlight, just hoping you may be somewhere walking after midnight, searching for me. Take 'em around the block. I stopped to see a weeping willow crying on his pillow. Maybe he's crying for me. And as the stars turn gloomy, night winds whisper to me, I'm lonesome as I can be. I go out walking after midnight, out in the starlight, just hoping you may be somewhere walking after midnight, searching for me.
I lived in Jackson for nearly 13 years. As part of the Jackson 24/7 news team, I've learned a lot about how this community works. I've seen how the leaders of the city and the county deal with issues, even when it brings them into conflict. And I enjoy the opportunity to tell the stories that help people at home make better decisions. I love Jackson, and I love being a part of the Jackson 24/7 team.
Alex Northcutt, part of the team you trust, every day on E+ TV6.
I'm Jimmy Floyd, Operations Manager with Jackson Madison County Emergency Management Agency in Jackson, Tennessee. With E+ broadband high-speed internet, we're able to host training classes and better prepare our responders from all over the county and state. It also gives us the ability to track storms and natural disasters in real time. The phone system allows us the flexibility to stay in contact with local, state, and federal agencies both in and out of the office, which is crucial in our line of work.
Propane, 95% generated in the U.S., is a gas that works anywhere. Central tanks for fleets, vehicles, portable tanks for forklifts, lawnmowers, the fuel you can take anywhere. Even backup generation runs off propane, household appliances, outdoor features. To find out more about affordable, clean, versatile propane, contact JEA's ProGas, 422-7500, the alternative fuel that makes sense. Propane, part of JEA today.
have more with Mandy, Vixen, and Gas Station Chicken coming up in our next segment. This segment, we're going to talk about Keep My Hood Good. Juanita Jones, who is the founder of this program, Daryl Hubbard, who's on the board of directors with us. They have a special event this coming Saturday. It'll be at 1 o'clock at the headquarters of this program, which is at 119
Riverside Drive.
119 Riverside Drive. And it's going to be a book release.
Yes, sir. It is a poetry writing, book signing event that Daryl's going to tell you about.
Yes, it's the second annual Poetically Speaking book signing, and the kids write the poems. And the wonderful thing about the event is they get to read them and sign your books. And it's just so important for kids to be academically awake. And we think writing is a good educational tool.
And these are all poems that the children have written?
Yes.
They range in what age? From what to what?
8 through 18 years old.
8 through
boys
18.
and girls.
Okay,
Boys and girls.
Boys and girls,
Yes.
all a part of this program. All right, so how did this come about? Starting to do this book then? Because you did one last year.
Yes, sir. I actually did one 2 years ago. James Cherry, our poet resident, had recommended us using going under a grant through the Tennessee Arts Commission, and so he's been a resident and teaching the children for 2 years of how to express their feelings on paper.
Okay. Now, Daryl, you write, and it's been important to you. All right. So what does this do for these children?
You should see. I mean, a couple years ago when we did it at the cafe downtown.
Yes.
And the kids, they were just so excited. And you could see some of them, it was their first time really public speaking and to read their poems in public. And I mean, some of them were good.
All right.
They're very expressive, and they tell you about their feelings, how they're feeling, because a lot of times we don't know what kids are experiencing. And so they gave us some of their experiences through the poems.
Okay.
How many kids do you have?
About 26 a week.
26 a week.
Now, this will be done this coming Saturday at 1. The children will read from the porch. There'll be other people that are there. They'll speak and other things that people that are involved in this program. You started this program yourself.
Yes, sir. In April of 2009, I started at the corner of Lincoln Street and Lincoln Circle.
Okay.
Why? With the kickball contest. I had owned a for-profit transportation. I named it J&J Transportation, where I transported children from home to school, from daycares. And I found that majority of the children that I worked for were from the east side. And I had met a 40-year-old great-grandmother in Parkway East, and I saw that her grandmother lives in Parkway East. She lived there, her mom, and she had one grown son that lived in Lincoln Courts. And then as I would transport the children from home to school, the children would say, "That's my car," or "That's my house." And I thought, wow, they have dreams, but they don't know how to capture the vision. And so God placed it in my heart to help his children. And that's how I found Keep My Hood Good.
A 40-year-old great-grandmother is stunning. Right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that stunned me when she said 40-year-old great-grandmother.
I had said grandparents that were young. They were in their 30s, late 30s, but not great-grandparents. So that's compression. Children having children, raising children.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. So how do you go about this? And so God puts this on your heart to start working with these children. So you do that how?
When I first started, I am a United States Marine, so I used a lot of my tactics of just studying their neighborhood. And I would go and sit in Lincoln Courts, in the park at Lincoln Courts, and I would just observe the children. I wouldn't say anything to them because I was an outsider. So I felt as if they needed to know me and just recognize me. So I just always stayed quiet there for about a month. And then they start coming up to me and asking me, "Who am I?" And that's when I shared, "I am Miss Juanita." And I stayed in Lincoln Courts for 2 years. And then I decided in 2011, I had kept hearing on the radio and TV how our black boys was going to jail or dying or getting shot. And so I moved over to Washington Douglas, East Point area, and my hook was basketball. And I put out flyers and saying I was going to meet in the Washington Douglas basketball court. And I had, that one day I had a lot of boys surrounding me, and I was just trying to tell them some things that I wanted to work with them on, and like social development. And 2 boys came up to me while I was talking in the circle. They're 14 come up to me, and one punched me in my arm, and one punched me in my back, and they took off running. I thought, wow, that's a challenge. So I start running after them. No. And I secured one. And then I went back to the circle.
Secured, I like that word.
And I went back to the
military word.
I went back to the circle, and that other one, he just kept bouncing. And so I am trying to hear from behind me, so I could hear him breathing. And I knew he was within arm's length, so I turned around and I secured him. But I made him tell me he loved me and apologized to all of these boys. And then after after that, and everybody just knew that I was Miss Juanita and I was out to help the children.
Wow. Don't mess around with the Marine.
That's right. Don't
You
sneak
got
up
on
on
the
Miss
board
Juanita.
then?
Yes,
So
and
you
I
see-
help in any way I can. Like last year, I taught sign language to the kids, and we did some book
This is
reviews.
an after-school program that meets every day, Monday through Friday, right?
Monday through
And you
Thursday.
do
Monday through
Thursday,
Thursday.
and then you do summers as well.
Yes, sir.
It's an important work. I wish we had more time, Juanita, because it's fascinating. Maybe we can come back and do a dialogue, I think, with you.
I would like that.
Yeah. You know, I know she was a Marine.
Yeah, that's
I'd have been a lot kinder.
piqued your interest.
That's how she got me involved. I was scared.
But I would never have turned my back.
Sorry, don't sneak up
That
on
is
Miss Juanita.
this coming Saturday at the Keep My
12th.
Hood Good headquarters, the 12th, at 1 o'clock, and it's at
119 Riverside Drive.
119 Riverside Drive. Appreciate y'all being here.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much
for
for being here.
this
Thank you
work.
for what you do.
We're going to have
Miss
more as
Juanita.
we continue at 6 in the City.
JA Site Pay kiosks are the convenient way to pay your utility bill. These kiosks are featured in the foyer at Martin Luther King Jr. Drive and at the drive-thru at Pleasant Plains Extended. Use your account number and follow step-by-step prompts to pay with cash, check, credit, or debit card. Account credit is immediate, and a printed confirmation receipt is provided. Another step in customer service at JEA today.
Ready, set, go for it. It's your adventure. This is your GAC.
Service is not just what we say, it's what we do. When you choose E+ Broadband for your cable, internet, and telephone services, you can trust us to provide unmatched reliability. From sales to installation, we work hard to bring the services you depend on every day. We're currently upgrading the network to increase our service offerings available to you, so look for us in your neighborhood soon. And thank you for choosing E+ Broadband and for your trust in the local service we provide right here in Jackson.
You remember that George Goebel line that I feel like a pair of brown shoes in a tuxedo world?
Is that what you're saying about right now?
Well, sorry to interrupt all this Roadrunner talk here. Danny Crossett and Steve Troxler with us. They were the Jackson Roadrunner organization. And my league here, you know, they're talking all that road laps and all that other good stuff.
Well, Danny just finished the Boston Marathon.
Boston Marathon. You know, and so why?
Because it was there.
Because it's there.
Because it's there.
Because it's there.
It's a challenge.
All right, so that's pretty amazing.
That is
That's not easily done, right? I mean,
No, you have to qualify or raise charity money.
and you
Either way.
qualify by
Running a marathon at a certain time for your age group.
Okay.
So
The nice thing about that is if we just keep getting older, they allow us to get slower. And so
That's what I told him. I
we
said,
get
that'd be
in.
the only way I could run it. Wait for the
eventually-
70 and up
So
age.
eventually your time matches your age. Then
it gets pretty close.
if you can try. Well, congratulations on it. All right, so what are we talking about here today? You're the one that set all this up.
I
obviously.
did because
Yeah.
there's an organization in town that we want to get more people involved with. It's
Oh, we do?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
We always want to get people involved.
Is
it's the
that the Jackson
Roadrunners.
Okay.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
we
Well,
do.
tell us why we want to get involved since you're so enthusiastic about this.
I will let them
All right.
tell us.
Why do we need to be involved?
The Jackson Roadrunners is promoting running in the community, and we're trying to promote running safety, and we also have a running series going on right now to where you run specific races and get points, and then we have nice prizes at the end of the year. And try to make running fun, try to get more people involved. It's a good, healthy sport.
It is a good, healthy
Jackson
sport.
has a huge running community, and
Oh,
we're
yeah, I
just
see
trying
them.
to.
I fuss at them every morning
Don't
around
be
the
a hater.
around
Do not be a
West Jackson
hater.
Baptist Church. Would y'all get out of the way?
I think that really is the point, is that the Roadrunners exist kind of for all things running.
Okay.
And there's several things that we do well right now, like having the group runs, and we have some education that we're doing about teaching how to run better. One of the things, if I may, one of the things we'd like to do is get more involved with the city to find better, safer places for runners to run. and how to modify streets and stuff. And we're kind of struggling with how to do that.
Becomes an important thing. Like I said, we have built our cities, we've talked about this, for automobiles, and that has dictated everything in cities for the last many generations.
And the focus on communities is to be a healthy community,
healthier.
and so to
And
provide more
get
for
out
the
of cars and everything else, and to facilitate that with cycles, bicycles.
And the community that's being built is really a wonderful thing.
It is.
We have a lot of good friends in the running community now.
Okay.
That's right.
Or
We
if
kind of
someone
stick
such as
together.
myself, you know, you have to start from scratch, then how do you go about doing that?
Start out walking.
Okay.
And then build
I knew
up.
there was a cat.
Yeah.
You've got to exercise, Steve.
Well, you'll be
It's not just-
glad to hear this, and we joke with people a lot in the running community about this, but man, and I'm kind of the big proponent of that, is getting people to slow down. Truthfully, one of the things people have most problems with when they get out is just running too fast.
Okay.
And so you'll be happy
You
to
have
hear
that
that.
problem, don't
that
you?
Okay.
you-
Yeah.
You'll
Yeah, you just run too
you'll be
fast.
allowed to run too slow.
That time I did that 5K, they kept saying, Steve, just slow. It looked like you're dying. Which I think was the
But the good thing about the Jackson Road Runners is it's an organization of like-minded people, so you can get out, and regardless of, like Steve was saying, regardless of your pace, you can be fast, you can be slow, you can walk, you know, any of that, and just be involved in the Road Runners.
We do have several people that come, like we have a big group that comes out every Sunday morning, and we'll have people that'll run, you know, Boston qualifying time paces, but we'll also have people that come out and just walk, run combination, and it's
Just
really
for-
an
just
inclusive group.
for enjoyment.
So you meet or do this, how, somebody running every day or groups every day, or?
Well, Tuesday and Thursdays, you see the group at West Baptist Jackson.
West Jackson Baptist.
And they start at 5 o'clock, and they generally run a 5-mile loop, and they have a 4-mile cutoff. Some people go out a little ways and turn around and come back.
Okay.
Sunday mornings, we run from Performance Running at 6 o'clock. And we have a 5-mile loop, it's a different loop, with a 4-mile cutoff, or you can go out a mile and come back, however you would want
And
to do it.
some of us will keep going for multiple loops then. And
Okay, that's what y'all were talking about.
Yeah, double loops.
Double
yeah.
loops,
Yeah,
triple loops,
yeah.
quadruple loops.
And then also, too, the Roadrunners do a pub run the first Monday of every
Actually,
month.
the second Monday
Second
of every
Monday.
month.
All right,
of
so
every
if
month.
somebody wants to plug into this, how do they find you? What's the best way to make
A
contact?
good way is on Facebook. We're
Facebook.
Jackson Roadrunner.
Jack Roadrunners?
on-
Jackson
Jackson Roadrunners on Facebook. We also have a web page, jacksonroadrunner.com.
Roadrunner.com.
Right.
Singular.
Without
It's good to have
an
you
S.
guys here. Congratulations
Thank you so
on
much.
the
Thank you.
Thanks for
marathon, too.
inviting
It's
us.
fun. And see, I got through that okay.
I know, you did.
Yeah.
You gonna sign up?
I'm going to Vixen and gas station tickets, what I'm doing.
Steve, I'm with you. I don't run either, man. If I'm running, there's two things probably true. I'm out of ammo, and whatever it is really bad behind me. So I'm with you.
I went to work for her that summer. A teenage kid so far from home. She was a lonely widow woman, hell-bent to make it on her own. We were 1,000 miles from nowhere, wheat fields as far as I could see. Both needing something from each other, not knowing, yeah, what that might be. So she came to me one evening, a hot cup of coffee and a smile, and in a dress that I was certain she hadn't worn in quite a while. There was a difference in her laughter, there was a softness in her eyes, and on the air there was a hunger even a boy could recognize. She had a need to feel the thunder, to chase the lightning from the skies, to watch a storm with all its wonder raging in her lover's eyes. She had the right to eat her passion, like a comet burning bright, oh, rushing headlong in the wind. Now her only dreams had been burning both ends of the night. But that summer wind was all around me, and nothing between us but the night. And when I told her that I'd never, She softly whispered, that's alright. And then I watched her hands of leather turn to velvet and touch. There has never been a summer that I have ever learned so much. She had a need to feel the thunder, to chase the lightning from the skies, to watch a storm with all its wonder raging in her lover's eyes. She had the right to eat her passion like a comet burning bright, rushing headlong in the wind. Now her only dreams have been burning both ends of the night. I often think about that summer, the sweat, the moonlight, and the lanes, and I rarely held another when I haven't seen her face. And every time I pass her, we feel and watch her dancing in the wind.
This changes everything. TiVo is here. Search and control your cable channels and streaming video apps with one remote. Record 6 shows at once and build a library of favorites with one pass recording. Then watch on any TV in your home or browse and view on Wi-Fi devices with the free View It app. Call E+ Broadband to add TiVo and ask about our new packages.
I started drinking more to deal with stress. Without my realizing it, alcohol took over my life. At Alcoholics Anonymous, I've found help from people who know what I've been through. Now, I have hope. Alcoholics Anonymous. Look for us in the phone book or on the web at aa.org.
We can help. Call 877-426-8330. Call now. There is hope for you.
Own a lawn mowing service? Propane works for you. Propane can go where you go. Tanks easily changed, no spillage, quick transition, clean burn, increased energy efficiency. Propane, the affordable, clean alternative fuel wherever you mow. Find out more about JA's ProGas. Call 422-7500. Propane, the alternative fuel that makes sense. Part of JEA today.
Welcome back to Six in the City. We will have more with Mandy, Vixen, and Gas Station Chicken before we get away. We appreciate them being with us. Courtney Moore is with us, and they are starting something brand new in West Tennessee, a family get-together thing, and it's coming up this Saturday, May the 12th. It's going to be at the Fairgrounds Park here in Jackson, right? And it is called the Eat on the Street Food Truck Festival.
It's our kind of festival.
That's my kind of event.
So what time does it open?
The doors open at 11, and we're going to have things for children like face painting, balloons, bouncy houses between 11 to 3. And then later in the evening, we're going to have live entertainment between 5 and 8. So it's going to be a good day all day.
A full day of family fun.
Right.
So the entertainment, the music will start at 5?
At 5 p.m.
And go until?
8 o'clock.
At 8 o'clock. Okay. And these are Christian artists, right?
Christian artists. One is Drew Greenway. He is a local from Chester County, graduating senior, but he just won an independent, I think, music award for a national award for singer-songwriter, I believe. So.
All right, so all this coming is at Fairgrounds Park.
And
now, the admission is...
Yeah,
that's
fine. I was going to ask about tickets.
Okay, yeah, it's $10 to get in for adults and $6 for children. 3 and under are free. But once you're in, you'll have an armband, and you can come in, enjoy some stuff, leave, and come back if you want to later on.
And so this is all going to be around the track there
around
at
the track in the back.
All right, so how many food vendors do you have, food trucks you got coming in here?
I have about 12 to 13.
Is that right?
I still have messages coming in. Is it too late to get in? So we might have more. You know,
what type of food can we expect?
There is all kinds of food. We've got Caribbean food, Cajun food, American food, some good old ice cream. It's going to be there, just a little bit of everything.
So if I just want to bring a lawn chair and eat all day, I can.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Just bring your wallet.
It'll be priced, you say, from what to what?
Most of the trucks are priced between $2 to $8,
okay.
so it's very reasonable where you can snack on a, just snack and keep on going.
Okay, all right. All right. So what gave you the idea to do
Yeah,
this?
what brought this about?
Well, my husband jokes with me all the time and tells me that we eat to live. We don't live to eat because I love food so much. And my dad just cooked all the time when we were little, and I always had a spoon in my face, like, try this, try this. So that's kind of how it
started. Well, food trucks have
came
become
together.
a huge
Yeah.
They have,
thing.
which is good. I mean, we're just now getting into the food truck thing.
Right.
Food trucks have been
Yes.
around for a while in these bigger
Definitely.
cities.
Big cities, yeah.
But now it's we see them out and we're getting more accustomed to
They're
food
finding
trucks.
places I hadn't even thought about. You know?
Yeah.
If you got an abandoned parking lot, somebody's got a food truck.
That's right.
You know, and if you got
Or
one
a busy parking
one,
lot,
yeah, it doesn't
somebody's
matter.
got
I
a
mean,
food
they're
truck.
finding places out there, and you do see a diversity of stuff out here.
Yes, absolutely.
Now you can get tickets at the gate.
At the
right?
gate,
Just
uh-huh.
$10 and $6 for children, and then
Right.
you just take it from there. So you can stay all day if you'd like,
All
or come
day.
and go.
Right.
All right. Well, that's going to be fun.
Sounds
It's
like
gonna
a
be
great time. It's an
Fairground Park.
inaugural event, so we want to get
So
everybody
we'll
to
see
come
how
out
this
and
goes.
enjoy it.
Yes,
Now,
ma'am.
she's got Memphis Mojo Cafe, Big Mike's Barbecue, Farmer's Perk. They're the coffee folks.
That's right. That's right.
L&M Food Truck, Ashley's Pretzels, Perry's Hot Dog Hut. Well, I'm getting hungry already. Fresh Gulf Shrimp out of Memphis, Cool Treats.
was gonna
Pajo's,
say- how you gonna say
Pajo's-
that?
Pajo's Caribbean Hut. And I've had his food, and it is phenomenal.
It is.
Yes. And Stacy's Ice Cream Cruiser, cheesecakes in a jar.
Can't beat all that.
Freckled belly, I'm afraid that's what that is.
Cheeseburgers and French fries.
Cheeseburger, French
it's got to
fries.
be.
All right. Well, this is great, and there will be some more. All right. Well, that's coming up at the Fairgrounds Park. Weather looks good. Forecast is fantastic.
I'm
for
so
Saturday,
excited
I
about
think.
that,
I mean,
yes.
we're looking for clear skies, maybe highs in the 80s, and it should be a perfect day to get out.
Should be.
So
A
just
great
bring your
day.
lawn chair and stay as long as you want. Then.
Absolutely.
And eat as much as you want.
All around the track there
Yes,
at
sir.
the Fairgrounds. Okay.
So you
All
can
right.
eat and walk and eat and walk. And
It's a little bit of exercise.
Yeah, exactly.
And a little bit of
And
The
you can
food trucks
dance
will be
when the
spaced
music
out.
is going, so
Right.
you can,
So you at
work
least walk
off your
from
food.
truck to truck. So if I walk from truck to truck, I can get in at least a half mile.
That's right. That's right. And then
Very
you can
good.
dance to the music.
Dance to
so
the music. There
you
you
just
go.
work it off.
It'll work out. Courtney, it's good to see you.
Thank you for being
We
here,
appreciate
Courtney.
this and appreciate
Thank
it
you.
very much. The first annual Eat on the Street Food Truck Festival
Fest.
starting 11 o'clock.
11 o'clock.
Saturday, this coming Saturday the
This
12th at the
Saturday.
fairgrounds. It's good to see you.
Thank you.
How come her food, she says she loves food and it doesn't show on her.
I
Something in
don't
the
know.
metabolism. We'll have to get that
Gotta
checked
be.
out. We'll be back with more 6 in the City.
Propane, 95% generated in the U.S., is a gas that works anywhere. Central tanks for fleets, vehicles, portable tanks for forklifts, lawnmowers, the fuel you can take anywhere. Even backup generation runs off propane, household appliances, outdoor features. To find out more about affordable, clean, versatile propane, contact JEA's ProGas, 422-7500, the alternative fuel that makes sense. Propane, part of JEA today.
Stop and think about your health. Don't smoke. If you do, quit. Eat healthy. Make small changes in your diet that can impact your health. Be more active. Start in small ways and keep going. And know your numbers. Your blood pressure and your cholesterol are important to your health. Friends of Heart ask you be a friend of your own heart.
With E Plus broadband and Watch TV everywhere, you can now take your TV on the go. Just visit WatchTVEverywhere.com to sign up. Then you're all set to catch your favorite shows, movies, and sports wherever and whenever you want on any internet-connected device. Choose from our growing selection of networks from your cable package at no extra charge. Visit WatchTVEverywhere.com to learn more. It's easy to sign up for E Plus Broadband's TV Everywhere.
You can sit side by side, as we have been for years, and see the world completely differently. This young lady is talking about the Strawberry Festival, which I'm thinking, food, parades. They got a 5K and a 10K Saturday in case you missed the registration for the Strawberry Festival.
But it is a race that's part of the West Tennessee Racing Series, so you can get your racing points.
That's the reason we're having the Strawberry Festival. It has nothing to do with parades, floats, or any of that stuff. Strawberries.
But there's going to be food there afterwards, so I'm sure.
Paula Bridges and them, the Bandstand Review, will be on the streets tomorrow, Wednesday night, as we're doing the show on Tuesday. And then they've got a whole, and the King Bees are going to be there Thursday night downtown. So there's a lot of entertainment coming in and all that stuff.
That's right. This weekend, it's the Hatchie Bottom Bluegrass Jamboree from 4 to 8 at the Delta Heritage Center there in Brownsville.
Exit 56.
It's a free
event. They're going 4 to 8 with Possum Road Band and all those folks. They do a great job with that. And we're back to live music downtown where the Fox Restaurant used to be, the Fox Park. Fridays at the Fox. They start that at 11:30 or so, go to 1:30 during lunchtime. So grab a lunch, come on downtown and enjoy the music.
Enjoy some music. That's right. It's a free event.
That'll be going on every Friday this month. And then the, speaking of Exit 56, the Blues Fest, the Exit 56 Blues Fest, Saturday the 26th and 27th, whatever, the Saturday and Sunday during Memorial Weekend.
Oh, yeah, 26th
all
and
day,
27th.
Saturday, starting at, Tyler Goodson, I think, kicks it off at 10 o'clock, and it goes all the way through. Jimmy D. Taylor, Little Boys Blue, all those guys are going to be there, and a lot of other folks.
A lot of talent.
Barbara Blue and a bunch of the women are coming in.
Uh-oh, look out.
Sunday. You know, they take over. They do a big jam session and everything else. And so Saturday and Sunday during Memorial Weekend. So keep that in mind. You got something else? Somewhere else we can run?
I'm sure there is, but right now, no.
Right now, I can't think of it.
Right now, I'm good.
You know,
just if you want to join, Jackson Roadrunners, you can go jacksonroadrunner.com and find out all the information you
Speak
need.
now or forever hold your peace. You sure there's not another 5K somewhere?
I could make one up.
Have y'all had one in Palmersville lately? Oh, y'all moved from Palmer. It used to be the Queen Bee of Palmersville.
Now there is one coming up. That's the Gadsden Warrior Half Marathon.
I knew there was. All right, that's it.
If you want to run a half marathon.
Before this goes any further, we're going to let these folks close out the show. Any place y'all can you get your music somewhere or?
You can find our music on ReverbNation.com at MVGSC Band.
All right, MVGSC Band. That's Mandy, Vixen, and Gas Station Chicken.
That's right.
Some whiskey in your water, sugar in your tea. What's all these crazy questions you asking me? This is the craziest party that there will ever be. Don't turn on the lights, 'cause I don't want to see. Mama told me not to come. Mama told me not to come. She said that ain't the way to have fun, son. Open up your window, let some air into this room. I think I'm almost choking from the smell of stale perfume. And the cigarette you smoking done scared me half to death. Open up that window, sucker, and let me catch my breath. Mama told me not to come. Mama told me not to come. She said that ain't the way to have fun, son. That ain't the way to have fun. No. Radio is blasting, someone knocking at my door. Looking at my girlfriend and she's passed out on the floor. I done seen so many things I ain't never seen before. Don't know what it is, but I don't want to see no more. Mama told me not to come. Mama told